Well, hello to all of you and welcome. It's lovely to have you along with us. Things are still sprouting into flower all over the garden and bud and leaf. There are daisies over there flowering right there. Looking really pretty. Already food out for some of the flying insects that will be out soon. It's if everything isn't washed up by the rain. The garden is absolutely saturated with water, but we still got off scot-free on the estate where we live in comparison with other folks in the last 2 weeks of heavy rains and storms and the flooding that's been going on everywhere. So we got off really easy, even though our garden is completely saturated. Within 5 minutes of raining, you can see the water pooling on top of the ground. But we've had a few dry spells today, and in between, while the sun has been shining, a couple of times in between the showers, I got working under the cover. Tidying up, moving things around, making plans, sweeping up, transplanting things into bigger pots, like the Arctic kiwi I've put in a bigger pot over there with some of the irises that have sprouted, and then the passion fruit, proper passion fruit, I have put in there with some of the Sonetti and a red cabbage, and just moved that around. In the tumble dryer drum I have just put over there with the apricot in it for now, till I decide what to do. I've moved all the coffee tins that we got almost 2 years ago in the bags there. I've just covered them with a tarpaulin for now, and just for myself to see how far we're getting and keep inspired. When I moved the table, I had put the tablecloth on that I washed the other day from the dining room and put it on the table along with some of the little blue goodies my darling friend gave me. So yes, nothing's fixed yet. The wood has to be cut and planed, but I think we're going to use other wood. We want a bit thicker wood and to fill the whole width, because we still have a little bit of the frame sticking out. So we'll make sure we've got enough wood, more chunky wood, to fill the whole width of the frame. The frame will be wire brushed, red oxided, and then painted in a blue. I decided on blue finally. I couldn't make up my mind, but I thought, nope, it's blue. And then I've got to find some decent chairs for the garden. I don't want these anymore, so I'm going to find some decent chairs and to make it even more of a room. So yeah, I'll find some chairs, and I finally put those up with the solar powered fairy lights around. I'll get another set to wrap around that one and just keep those around there so that they each have their own solar powered lights on them, on the chandeliers just above the table. Hanging baskets have to be sorted and planted up soon as well. I shall sow some more carrots in there, because the other ones that I'd sown late last year are still in the tubs underneath there and still growing fine. So they've overwintered nicely under here and they're doing fine. Oh yes, and I transplanted the acabea into the pot behind there. So I've got quite a bit done today and it feels good. I was so desperate to get out into the garden, so desperate, because it's been so wet and I haven't been able to do anything. And I thought, right, there was a little bit of sunshine in between the showers, and I thought, well, I could do work underneath the cover, and I just got stuck in, and it feels really good to have made a start. There's a lot to be done yet. We still have to build the strawberry tower. We still have to paint. That is going to go all blue, and I'll put another shelf higher up, I think, just so I can use it. No, I could use it just as it is, really. All the baskets. I think I'm going to paint the baskets blue as well. And that, you remember the butterfly lampshade thing I have? I'm going to paint that blue as well, and I'll use it somewhere else in the garden. Not sure where yet, but I shall find somewhere else to use it in the garden. Lots to do yet, but it feels good that I'm actually doing something even in the rain. Oh yeah, and those hanging basket. I'm going to replace the two little ones, the shelf brackets. I'm going to replace them with proper hanging basket ones, but I'm going to paint them all blue as well, if I can, because I think those are powder coated, which makes it pretty impossible to paint. So maybe I'll just get blue ones to go in between the black ones. Very nice. And it feels good to have got out in the garden and just to sit for a bit, because it's been absolutely crazy busy. It feels good. I also actually got to, yesterday, I got stuck into the kitchen again, and I moved and cleared out a lot of stuff. Buttons, what are you doing, girl? You mooching? I took the hay box out from the top of the tall freezer in the cupboard under the stairs. And I moved the shelf next to the sink where I had all my dried herbs and things. I've moved that on top of the freezer now in the cupboard, and that freed up a lot of space, and I was able to go and get another bread bin and free up space in the cupboard. So it's all been moved around, all nice and harmonized a bit more now and tidy. So I've made a little bit more space in the kitchen, and I've cleared the most important tiny little square bit of the work surface where I work when I'm cooking and baking. So that feels good as well. I did, and I am still, since yesterday morning, trying to upload a video I made over the week, just before the weekend. I made one of making kale crisps. That's the second time I've tried, and both times, because I had to use the editing program on the computer that I had to upload to YouTube straight from my PC. And again, it's only at 37% now, and that's more than 24 hours, almost 36 hours later. So I'm just going to give that up as a bad job, and I'll just carry on trying to upload from my phone. But it just means I can't edit the way I want to. But I'll get there. It's raining again. Listen to that. Well, I didn't get to write this week because I've been working and clearing out, which was just felt like the more important thing to do. Buttons, what are you doing, girl? What you doing? You mooching? Silly dog. Yeah, aren't you? I know, girl. You like it now it's tidy under you, don't you? Funny dog, aren't you? Can't wait till the vacuuming's done to go and rub your back on the carpet. Weirdo. I know. So there you go. I'm actually sitting and chilling. It is a bit cold, so I'm not going to be here for much longer, I can promise you that. Oh, and Norman has been moved to that corner there so I can remember to water him more frequently. And I need to feed it. Well, you want to play now, do you? Oh. Sorry, the brain stepped out there for a minute, just chilling. It's dangerous. Well, the bird feeders are out now. They haven't come under yet since I've been working today, but that's because I've been messing around too much. I'm sure as soon as I go in the house, they'll be out again, because they come under you even when it's raining, because there's shelter there. Yeah. All right, dog. Oh yeah, that's to the table. There is a second option. Just thinking. My wonderful friend who passed on some blue stuff also passed me on this display box for the printers. It's the printers thing where they saw all the letters. It's a very old one. And she asked if we wanted. I thought, yeah, well, I could make it into little boxes for trinkets and things, like jewelry boxes or something. And then I had a brainstorm this afternoon after I'd finished and done all this. I thought, oh, hang on a minute. What if I used that as the tabletop? If we cleaned it all up to its natural wood again and filled all the holes with something blue and white, and then put a glass cover on it, one of those toughened beveled edged glass tabletops, because you can have them made to size, And I thought, if we use that as a tabletop as well. So I don't know, that might just be a bit too much work and a bit too expensive when you factor in the glass as well. I'll do something with it, I'm not sure, but I just thought that's an option. I do like having rustic wood as a tabletop. I really do. So we'll see. We might just cut. No, we're not using that because we need more wood. As you can see, like I said, there's still some of the frames sticking out there. So yeah, we'll have to either get more wood, different wood, or a glass cover and just tidy that up and fill it with blue and white bits and bobs. We'll see. And that will, of course, I'll paint these up because I can't get them off, the tops with the light bulbs going. I can't seem to get them off. So what I'll do is I'll paint them blue, bright blue. But they're hanging there right above the table, so that works out nicely. Something pretty. And they're all, oh look at that, February, and I have some new nasturtium flowers, and that's been neglected. That has totally. Not too neglected though, because it's still going. Right then, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I shall speak to you again soon. Bye bye.